Pretty sure I look like a freak walking around the woods, yelling at the camera. I could even like speak softer to the camera. The microphones on this camera are fine. I think part of it is like I have done plays when I was a kid, and I've done some theater and some movies and videos, just a tiny bit. And I think you learn to project. But I don't think I really need to yell at the camera so much, which I do all the time. And I get excited. I get very excited. I do this in person too sometimes. And also I have hearing problems. That doesn't help. You know, people with hearing problems often speak too loud because, you know, they do. And actually there's some people who speak kind of loudly to me because the truth is I can't hear them otherwise. Like I was in a vehicle the other day with somebody, which I rarely am in a vehicle with someone, and I was in the back seat. There was two people in the front. That never happened. That's the first time that's happened in a decade. I don't know. Anyway, the guy in the driver's seat was talking to me. Couldn't hear what the fuck he was saying because his mouth's pointed the other way. Also, I can't see his lips, so that doesn't help. Because I do lip read a little bit. I don't formally do it. Like you couldn't show me a video. I don't think I could like transcribe what they were saying with no audio. But I'm pretty severely handicapped when it comes to hearing. And, you know, even my mom, when I was very young, well, not when I was super young, but like when I was an adolescent in my 20s, she told me I need to get hearing aids. Not she, me. Because I mean, she would see me talking to people, or she would talk to me and see that I was missing shit. And I'm not aware of it because it's me, and I live in me, and so it's very hard to be self-aware of your own problems. But I really actually do need hearing aids if I'm going to talk to people again, or we just adjust to each other. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm missing like high ranges, both ears. I had my hearing tested, and all the high pitches are just blacked out. I don't get the high pitches. And so that means it's harder for me to understand people. If there's any background noise, like in a car, or a bunch of people talking, and there's echoing noise off the walls, and, you know, I just don't do well in those situations. So, oh well. I don't know if I give a shit. I certainly don't give a shit enough to do anything about it right now, because there's nobody around, and the few people I deal with are used to me. It's not like we're yelling at each other. Well, I don't know. Maybe I do talk too loud. I don't know. Fuck. I definitely talk too loud on this camera. Sorry. A lot of it's just excitement. Can I be excited in a more mellow way? No, I don't think I can. I think the excitement just raises my volume. Anyway, so what else about this task of this? So we've got multiple tasks here. One is mapping, finding the properties, and everything's for sale at the right price. Locate the properties, GPS them, look at how they relate to the properties around them, because those may be purchased to increase the value of that property. And then contact owners. Find out who owns them, contact the neighbors and say, hey, who owns this? And don't do that in a way that raises the price. Do it in a really mellow way, so not through me. I'm well known, and so it'd be somebody else. Oh, this fence is having a problem. What happened here? Well, somebody will fix that. Not me, because I don't give a shit. But the part of recruiting people is the harder part of finding people from all over the world. In fact, I would like to not just recruit people, for example, from the culture I'm from, and people who are like me. Sometimes when people say, you know, get a bunch of like-minded people together, they think that everybody's going to be the same, and it's like, no, that's not the goal at all. You're missing the point entirely. I would love to get people who speak all kinds of different languages. We could even start a language school. We could start a language school that included like sign language and included, seriously, languages from all over the world, languages that are in danger of being lost. We could have a linguist or more than one who studies languages. I mean, that's a little out there. Like, don't know how that's going to make any money, but it does save part of our cultural heritage, which is language. Language is like losing, if we lose a language, it's like losing a species. It's losing something that we may not know how important it is. You know? I mean, you know, if some kind of species of mushroom goes extinct, what do you care? And maybe it doesn't have a big impact on the ecological system. Or if one species of birds die, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe if a language dies, it doesn't matter. But those things may have more value than we know. There's like bugs everywhere on me. You know what kind of bugs these are? God damn them. Fuck off, bugs. You're bugging me. And so the point is that in gathering these people, we could be bringing more cuisines together. We don't have to have the people to do that from that culture. Anybody can learn to make like really good Indian food or something. But how cool would that be for the culture of this place if we had more styles of music, if we had more styles of food, more stuff? You know, I mean, some people talk about cities, like the reason they like cities is because there's all this cool stuff and diversity of stuff to do. And it's like, well, we could do that. It's very annoying. I can't even see, they're tiny little fucking flies. If you can't see them on camera, I probably just look nuts. But trust me, these are not fake insanity bugs. They're also impossible to catch. All right, fuck this shit. I'm getting the first town up here anyway. But anyway, there's some initial morning thoughts for you, and thoughts for how to invite people here maybe, and a little bit about who I would want. I mean, I'm thinking like young families, ambitious people with cool projects that are ecological, that people who can work online, people who are retired, people who are independently wealthy, as long as they're not going to use that wealth to fuck up the entire place, because that's what some people do. Some rich people are clueless, and not all of them, but we might need a retraining program for some people spoiled by too much wealth. Anyway, adios.